pitchers. After we go through our circuit with shoulders and other mobility drills, we're going to work on a proper plant position. So basically that means you just stepped and landed and you're getting ready to throw. But we're going to dial it back since we're going to start kind of close, and we're going to go with half arm circles. So when we do the plant position, I want you to measure one step up and one step over, and then you're going to hold that. Okay, our foot should be about 45 degrees here. The style may vary a little bit on the type of pitcher. Some pitchers tend to be a little more open, some a little more closed, but what we want to make sure of is that we're on the right side if you're a right-hander, but the arm side of the power line when we do these, so that we can use our hips effectively, and we don't want to open up too early and then have to use all arm. So we're one up, one over. Okay, I'm starting with the spinner ball, but when we have two pitchers for bullpens, one will have the spinner ball, one will have the normal ball, and then you can switch when you switch your spin. But I'm going to start with top spin. So we're either going top spin or back spin for these drills. Those are kind of the foundational spins that we want to get. So I just call it a drop, but you might not even know you have one and you call it a fastball. But if we get good at top spin, we'll get some down movement. If we get good at back spin, we'll have some up movement, and obviously we can build pitches off of that. But those are our foundational pitches that we'll be using for these drills for the everydays. So again, we'll start one up, one over, okay, and I'm holding that position. And then with the catcher, when I have the spinner, I'll use the catcher because we only have one of them. If I don't have the spinner, I'll use a normal ball. Bucket of balls in the net, but with the catcher, then I'm just here, and we're going a half arm circle, carrying the ball. Palm is up toward the sky, ball is facing the catcher, and then we're just going top spin into the net. I had a little tilt on that top spin, but it was still spinning over the top. As you can see, the line was still straight, so that's what we're working for. So here again, plant position, palm under the ball, top spin. Okay, so again, if I don't have a catcher, I got the bucket of balls that I'm doing here. And then the next set in the progression, after we do that for a few minutes, is we'll move back a little, and we're going to take a step now, a baby step I call it, still one up, one over, and we can add an arm circle, okay? So we'll go baby step, add arm circle. I'm still staying on top spin right now, but again, we'll do one with top spin, one with back spin. So one up, one over, arm circle. Notice how my landing is strong, even though it's not a hard throw. I still want to go one up, one over, and stick the landing, okay? Then the last part of the progression, if we get to that time, is going to be further back, a little more aggressive. We're still not all the way back to the rubber yet, but we're pretty close. And now, because we're going to take a bigger stride, because we're throwing it harder, it's not going to be as much over, because we're not going to go one big stride up and one over. But we still want to make sure we're on the strong side of the power line, okay? So I'll face my target. Same thing when I do the baby step, I want to face my target, go one up, one over, but now I'm just going a little bit bigger of a step, one up, one over, getting top spin.